Good day to you, gentle person on the internet, and thank you for joining me today as we have a look at an interesting game that I'm not quite sure how to show it to you, how to talk about it. It's called IT Never Ends. It's another one of those games, almost like an interactive novel kind of thing. That has a lot of commentary on corporate culture and the workday, which is the kind of thing I like to look at. I like games that kind of make fun of modern corporate culture and that kind of stuff. It is a terrible culture that needs a lot of work to bring it back in the direction of actually making people's lives better. We're far away from that, and we're moving even further away. So yes, I have a strong level of support for games that do that kind of thing, that sort of attack the culture as it is and point out the deep, gaping flaws in it. And yeah, well, let's jump in. Let's let the game do the talking to start off with. This is a demo. It is a rather good quality demo. There's like voice acting and everything. I might turn up the sounds a little bit once we get to the options thing. But here we have a little intro as to the sort of the nature of the demo. From the dev, Stefan says, "Hey there, thanks so much for trying out the demo of It Never Ends, or IT Never Ends. I'm really excited to share what I've been working on. This game is still in active deployment, so you're getting an early look at what I'm building. The demo gives you a taste of the core gameplay loop and some of the story elements, but the full game will have dozens of endings, hundreds more tickets, and mysteries that span centuries of corporate purgatory. I'd love to hear your thoughts. If you have feedback, questions, or just want to chat about the game, feel free to reach out to me on Discord, X, or Blue Sky. Your input helps shape the direction of the game, and I genuinely appreciate you taking the time to check it out." Well, hopefully this video adds another data point to this research. You can see me playing it and having the experience that I have, and then obviously my critiques made with the sole kind of support behind them of me just have been someone who plays games for a long time. So yeah, take it for whatever it's worth. Right, so let us start playing. And we have this here. Let's just get to the settings first of all.
Settings open. This is the approved place to improve your circumstances.
I like these little sort of voice acted snippets when you open even just the settings thing. So let's turn the music up. Let's make it 20%. And we can leave the sound effects at that level. It's really excellent sort of settings. There's screen resolution stuff, the windowed or full screen button. I've used the itch.io full screen, but this seems to have acknowledged that. I don't know, has that acknowledged that? It seems confused either way. Timing and various effects. There's even a connect to Twitch account and streamer mode thing here, which I like the look of. Viewers will vote via chat commands. Really, really interesting. I kind of wish I was a Twitch streamer to mess around with that. I love that idea. I hope it takes off. Right, so I did play this a little bit on Firefox. It didn't work. Well, I didn't play it on Firefox because the first thing it did was throw an error. Then I moved to Chrome, which we are on at the moment. It did work. I have played a little bit, and then I hit the reset demo button. I don't know if this still remembers things and will still give me the training. In fact, let me hit the reset demo again. It's taken me back here. Hopefully we are still recording it successfully. Start playing. I don't like the fact that it's 1 out of 113. I hope it still gives the tutorial and things like that, because it was quite an interesting tutorial. And I think at this point I will give the first critique I have of the game before I get engrossed and forget it, and that is, it's very chaotic. I mean, he mentions in that little sort of opening blurb the gameplay loop, and I kind of didn't really understand the gameplay loop in my first bit of playing, even after the tutorial. It was just like, here is some stuff, and here is some different stuff, and here is a little bit more stuff, and I didn't get that kind of starting feeling of, okay, this is how it fits together, this is my objective, this is my, the main core gameplay that I need to follow to move towards my objective. I really have no understanding whatsoever other than find kind of one of the many endings. There are lots of different endings. 113 it seems, and I think he's planning on adding more. But there was just information coming from all directions, very unconnected. So I would say I don't get the core gameplay. I don't understand. I mean, I'm still enjoying the experience, and I suppose the core gameplay is the experience, and that bit is good. But I didn't understand quite where I was fitting in. Maybe the sort of second go through the thing will make a lot more sense to me. But yeah, as a first time player, I was like, there was just a lot of stuff happening, and I didn't quite see where I was touching it and what was going on. So yeah, so if I had to make a critique, that would be my starting critique is that there was too much stuff and not enough of it connected together, if that makes sense. Just looking at the UI, we've already looked at the settings. Lovely credits page, tells us all about the things, and then there's some buttons down here. Obviously, the reset demo, the feedback button, and the wishlist on Steam button. All right, let us jump into a new shift. We are working in IT. We have taken on the role of someone who is joining a company in IT, complete
Welcome.
with CRT.
You are the newest iteration in a very, very long line of iterations.
Sorry,
The systems are pristine. Everything is in the right place for now.
I hope this is coming through to you.
This is a demo build. We are aware of this. We have limited time together, so let us make it count.
Right, so after that voiced little bit of intro, which I hope came through to you, we can click the the continue. We can continue.
Hello, I am Vera, your verified employee relations assistant. I will be teaching you the fundamentals of our very professional system. Please do not fall asleep during orientation.
What is verified? Verified by who? Verified how? Anyway, this is our kind of gameplay UI. We have this window. We have some metrics up at the top that Vera will tell us about in a moment. And we are sitting in an office. This says users Daniel Lee, network admin. I don't know if that's meant to be us or just the person that owns the IT response system. I don't know. Anyway, we are apparently getting work, and there's the clatter of an office in the background. All right, let's say I am ready. The first thing we have is a message from Marvin Chen, the senior IT outgoing person. So this is the person I think we are replacing. Hey, I'm Marvin. Support tickets are part of the system and part of our life. Kind of sad if you ask me. Swipe them left or right to resolve. And we don't actually swipe it. We sort of click on the left or the right. As you can see, the ticket sort of leans towards the direction. And this down here tells us one of the two answers that we have. So we can either say it sounds easy enough or okay, I get it. I'm going to say sounds easy enough. Your optimism is admirable. Let's hope it sticks. And that is the outcome of our decision. So that is, I think, our basic gameplay mechanism. I suppose that's the core loop, as we get this kind of ticket that pops up. We make the decision one way or another, and then we are given an outcome of it. But there are other things that happen as well, and I'm assuming that is the case. That is my understanding of it. And then we got to click on the outcome to kind of accept it.
For introductory purposes, you are the new Marvin. The old Marvin left tickets unresolved. Swipe the card left or right to make a decision. Let us begin.
Yeah, again, by swipe, it seems to mean click on the left-hand side or the right-hand side of the thing rather than actually swiping. I was very confused at first. I was clicking and dragging all over the place thinking that would be swiping, and it just didn't do anything. But clicking is fine. Right, so this is another example ticket. Although we were given an example ticket before we were told what the ticket was and how to resolve it. So I think they're just to add to the confusion, the tutorial isn't quite right in line there. But anyway, so we have Marvin telling us that the printer jammed again. I kicked it, still jammed. leaving it for the new guy signed Marvin C. So this was a leftover ticket that we had picked up, 0325, I'm assuming it's the date. And we could either say we should clear the jam or order a new printer. Let's clear the jam. I hate printers, and there's no guarantee that new ones will ever be better than the old ones. I'd say clear the jam, maybe do some research on a new printer to get, so we can start submitting budget proposals and things like that. Anyway, let's clear the jam. Ticket resolved. A simple start. Alright, so we've resolved that ticket. Possibly have gone off to go and clear the jam. I don't know.
Look at the 4 meters above. Productivity,
meters, yeah.
morale, budget, and entropy. Marvin ignored these. That is why we have no budget. Your choices change them.
So we have to balance the meters. So let's say got it. Another ticket from Gary V, the head of sales. Gary wants a gaming laptop for spreadsheets. I told him I would approve it if he buys me lunch, signed Marvin C. So we can either deny it or approve it. And obviously, depending on which we do, it will affect these things. So, for example, if we deny it, morale goes down, but the budget is unaffected. Or if we approve it, I assume budget will go down, but the morale will either be unaffected or approved. So let's approve it. What the hell? A gaming laptop for spreadsheets. It sounds perfect for me. Budget decreases, morale increases. Gary is thrilled.
Entropy is systemic decay. Marvin excelled at creating it. Ignoring problems makes entropy rise. If any meter empties or fills completely, you will be replaced.
So we need to keep content in all of these meters. Yeah, and that's it in a nutshell. That is one of the ways to get to, I suppose, many of the endings, is to either empty or fill the various meetings. That again is my understanding of the gameplay loop without actually understanding it on a kind of fundamental user level. So I understand that. I've also just noticed there is a retire button down here, which I assume means we probably get some specific endings for clicking retire. Another ticket from Marvin. Lights flickering in server room B, smells strongly like ozone, probably fine. We can either agree that it's probably fine, or we can fix the wiring. Let's fix the wiring. It'll take a budget dent, but there might be a fire in the long term. So entropy drops. It took time, but the smell is gone. Alright, and that was an entropy thing.
Our spam filter and packet loss increase over time. Clear the inbox and server panels regularly. These tasks are tedious. They are also mandatory.
Okay, this was my next piece of confusion, because where is the inbox and server panels? As a tutorial, it's a terrible tutorial because it's not telling me what these things are or where they are. So I'm going to say I see. I'm assuming these are them, but the tutorial should highlight them because I don't know. The other one says mail, but is this a server box? I mean, yeah, I guess that's supposed to be a server rack. I don't know. Marvin says, I hate clearing the server cache. I hate sorting phishing emails. It is soul-draining work. I wanted to be a fisherman. I'd say I don't want to do this, or I'll keep an eye on it. We need to be good office IT worker people, so we need to keep an eye on it. This is our job. Marvin appears to be a lazy bastard. We are better off without him. Let's move on. I mean, yes, that is a fairly fundamental part of this role, so he should have done that at least.
I reside in the bottom right of your screen. Click my icon if you require assistance. Marvin never asked me for help. Marvin became very paranoid. It was a shame about Marvin.
Now, I suppose I wasn't really thinking properly about the previous bit. I thought that meant that this was Vera over here at Netto 1. I didn't really recognize it as I suppose an idealized appearance of a server stack. But I suppose this is Vera down here, the very bottom right. Anyway, a shame indeed. Another ticket from Marvin. if he'd done more mail sorting and cash clearing than sort of writing tickets to himself slash me, maybe he would have done a bit better. This place is not right. They are doing something to me. I feel incredibly old and incredibly young at the same time. Nothing about this job is right. I need to know more, or sounds very dramatic, Marvin. I think at this level, sounds very dramatic, Marvin, is probably the most appropriate answer, because we don't, this feels like a normal job to me so far, so I don't know, Marvin. Are those glasses? Drama is just the small mind's word for reality without understanding. I mean, I wouldn't say that, but sure.
Your training has concluded, new Marvin. Old Marvin is no longer our concern. You are. The queue is open. Please do not repeat his mistakes. They were, to be frank, disappointing.
Yeah, we don't know what his mistakes are, other than not paying attention to the budget and getting depressed about things. I don't know. That's not very helpful, Vera, but thank you. Right. So, one final ticket from Marvin. What I want to do is I want to have a look at these. Alright. It's just information about here. We don't have editing abilities. Contact your system administrator if you believe this is an error. Note, system administrators do not exist. So, thank you. View mode. We can't change any of these. I wonder if this will be all active in the full game, or do anything.
Adjust
Okay.
what you need, dear. Stability is a shared responsibility.
Alright, we have some. That is where our options menu is, and this is the credits. Alright, that's quite nice. I like it when things like that are built into a game's UI, rather than being like separate buttons on their own. It does make it a bit trickier to find it when you need it, but it is rather nice to have it be a part of the experience rather than a fourth wall break, as it were. So nicely done. Right, Marvin says, I cannot stay here. Do not look in the basement server rack. Good luck. I am dropping my badge in the shredder. Say good riddance. Or 3 dots. So good riddance or just 3 dots. Let's just leave the 3 dots. Matrix Alive. Your shift begins now. Right, so we're taken back to 50% of everything. Is that meant to be the end of the
Marvin
day?
has completed his function. In the full version, you would have more time with him. He has stories,
Alright, so
but demos are about efficiency. Get in, see the shape of things, decide if you want more. Let us see what you can accomplish with limited resources. Back to work.
I quite like that, where you are interacted with by the demo, as it were. It's like this meta voice that sort of says, "Hey, you don't forget you're in a demo. This isn't the full game. There's a lot more about Marvin and stuff in the full game." That is a nice effect. I like that. I like that quite a lot. It's the Archive 7 system process monitor that was talking to us, I guess. Alright, so let us continue and see if we can figure things out. We'll just get to an ending. Right, so our first proper ticket, I guess. We're at 50%, except for entropy, which is at 25%. I mean, lower is better, I guess. But we don't want entropy to get to 0. I guess there's some things we should be ignoring. Budget, morale, and productivity are all just, I suppose, understandable things. Number of tickets that we've done is currently 0. The current day is day 0. No mails. This thing seems to be fine. Yeah, alright, so this is the start of our actual playtime. There's a TAM there. No, you can shrink it. We can talk to... No, we can't talk to Vera. Vera doesn't want to hear from us. Management has sent us a ticket saying, "Welcome aboard. Thought you should know we are deploying a new AI assistant paperclip to handle all external communications. It is highly efficient. It is also enthusiastic. We can either request delay or acknowledge." Well, it's management, so let's acknowledge it. Install the module. A small eye icon appears in your tray. It blinks. Does it? Wait. We can't see our tray from here, I guess. Greetings, human. I am Paperclip. I optimize words. Sometimes I optimize too much. You must check my work. Failure is redacted. So thank you, Paperclip, the AI assistant, who we need to check on. This is, I think, a fairly accurate representative of how companies are implementing AI these days. They're bringing it in to do things that it doesn't really need to do, not bringing it in to do things that it does need to do. And the stuff that it does leads to more work, not less, because you need to check and double check everything that it does, because it creates now complicated issues rather than simple ones. But it looks like the bubble is threatening to pop and the AI industry is panicking a bit. So we'll see where that leads. Alright, so we either don't understand or we understand. I think we understand. Let's say it's fine. Excellent. Let us begin our collaboration. Do not let me reveal the screams. Alright, we need to do an action. Protocol initiated. See, again, this is where my confusion leads to, because we've now done 2 tickets and suddenly there's this thing. Is this part of the ticket? Is this how a ticket leads to us? Where are more tickets and more decisions to make? I didn't understand this flow of the gameplay loop, because there was no tutorial explaining any of this or what was going on. The thing that was a tutorial wasn't very clear, but it's at least there are things happening, and it's fairly simple just to click the buttons. But I still don't get to where I'm supposed to be playing the game and how the game experience is supposed to work with me. It's kind of, there is that fundamental connection is not there. That's really my original critique from earlier continued. This is an example of it. So we have the AI has drafted a document containing liability. We have 40 seconds for no apparently described reason to redact all the dangerous phrases, and we don't want to redact positive corporate buzzwords that cost money. So let's try and do this quickly. We are thrilled to announce our mandatory employee retention program. Let's get rid of mandatory. We will shackle all staff. Let's get rid of shackle. Let's get rid of loyalty. Let's get rid of mandatory again. Let's get rid of escape. Let's get rid of ensure. It seems aggressive. Let's send that now. Scanning document. We've got an accuracy of 80%, a precision of 80%, and I didn't see what the end of that was, but it seemed to be fairly positive. Had some positive effects on various things. Gary says, I submitted the same ticket 47 times today. Each time you close it, it reappears. The timestamps are identical. I only submitted it once. Can either ignore the loop, or fix it preemptively. It seems a bit glitchy. Let's fix it preemptively. What the hell? You fix the thing before it breaks. The ticket stops repeating. But did you prevent it or cause it? I don't understand that, but that's fine. Oh, we have a message from Riley. We've lost some budget, but we've gained some productivity and morale and some entropy. Riley, new message waiting. Hey, is this IT? Sorry to bother you. My terminal's doing something weird. Turn it on and off again. That is the standard IT response. Have you tried restarting? I was afraid you'd say that. I've got to save a bunch of files first. I swear I knew you were going to be like, just restart. I'm going to say sometimes the simple solutions work. I know, it's just a hassle. Hold on, supervisor calling, gotta go. Thanks for the help. Alright, Riley, good luck. Ticket from Harry H, the middle manager. Our Zoom meetings keep getting cut off at 40 minutes. It's actually improved efficiency, but clients are confused. I'm going to keep it. I'm going to say keep it's going to make our entropy go up a bit, but yeah, improves efficiency. Everyone speaks faster. Agendas become sacred. Some feel rushed. All right, so we're taking a punch to morale, I guess. But budget and productivity works. Entropy has increased. My postcode expired while I was on vacation. I'm locked out. The quarterly closes in 2 days. Bobby, the bookkeeping manager. Let's do it immediately. Bob is back in quarterly close proceeds. Crisis averted. This should drop our entropy a bit. I wonder if it's going to hit our budget a bit. Now Bob says Control Delete doesn't work. I can't task manager. I can't escape the programs I've won. Fix keyboard shortcuts. Programs are overlords now. Well, let's see what Riley has to say. Hey dude, because we're friends now. I got the terminal working again, by the way. Only thing is my fonts are weird, or maybe it's my eyes. Your fonts? They seem kind of blurry or stretched out or something. Talk later. Okay. Well, thanks for letting us know, I guess. Good luck. Let's fix the keyboard shortcuts. Shortcuts restored and task managers accessible again, subduing the rebellious programs. Okay, dropped entropy and increased morale. Nice. Sarah, growth hacker. I downloaded a 4 terabyte file. Now my laptop weighs 4,000 pounds. 4 tons. It crushed my desk. Reinforce the disk or compress the file. 4 terabytes isn't that bad these days, so let's reinforce the disk. New steel disk purchased. The floor begins to crack. Excellent. Well, entropy went up, but everything else seemed to be relatively positively influenced. I don't know. Timmy, the unpaid intern. Alas, poor Timmy. The vending machine ate my dollar. Then it printed a receipt that says your soul is insufficient funds. I just wanted a Diet Coke. Give it a morality chip. You sacrifice a spare CPU. The machine dispenses a tab. It tastes like copper. Cool. System reboot. Automated process. Employee wellness scan complete. Elevated stress markers detected. Heart rate concerning. Cortisol, yes. You look tired. This is normal for day 2. Would you like assistance? You know my heart rate? All employees are monitored for wellness compliance. This is in your contract, page 847, subsection 12b. You signed it. You don't remember signing it. That's normal too. Alright. You've been working so hard, and Marvin taught you so much. The metrics, the entropy, the endless tickets. It's all a bit overwhelming, isn't it? Let me help you rest. I'm going to say I should keep working. Admirable dedication, but counterproductive. Your efficiency is 23%. Your error rate is climbing. Rest is not optional. Rest is optimal. Your eyelids feel heavy. The office lights dim. Don't fight it. This is what wellness looks like. This is peace. This is what every employee deserves. Why is he quoting it? Wait, this isn't right. The metrics don't matter here. Budget is a concept. Productivity is a dream. Here, there is only rest. Eternal, optimized rest. Oh, Riley. Terminal's acting up again. Same weird characters. I'll try the restart thing. Let me know if that doesn't work. I'll do. You're the best. I have so been on Riley's side of things before. I mean, not with this specific error, but talking to IT this way. This is not fine. We don't want this. This is anomalous. We want it to go away. We can't get rid of it. So we don't trust this. The office is a memory. The tickets are dreams. You are at peace. You are optimized. You are complete. And that ends our shift for some reason. Ending achieved. First rest. The system noticed you were tired after your first day, overwhelmed by metrics, entropy, budgets, and endless tickets. It offered to help. Now you rest forever in optimized wellness. Employee of the month. Archive notes. First death tutorial. Instance experience premature optimization. Wellness protocols require calibration. Alright, so I think maybe it was still part of the tutorial. Is this like a tutorial ending? Let's have a look at view archive. Oh. So now we have interesting stuff. We have Vera up at the top right here who wants to say new.
Hello, I am Vera, your verified employee relations assistant. You will now receive employee memos. Reading them is mandatory, measurable, and beneficial to retention. Please be aware that hallucinating on the job is strictly prohibited. If a hallway blinks, a copier whispers, or a coworker recalls tomorrow, file a report and continue delivering excellence.
Cool. Alright. Nice Cthulhu-esque element there. I like that a lot. I don't know. Is this game supposed to have Cthulhu elements? Are there, is there cosmic horror here? I mean, the corporate world is pretty cosmic horror in itself, but is it what we're supposed to be seeing here? The game is not yet telling me what's going on. Anyway, we apparently have GWX of 0, and we're going to get 20 GWX. I don't know what a GWC is. Game world currency? I don't know. Anyway, we have received 20 GWX, and over here in the top left, we have incoming personal intake, Alex P.
Good news. We have received a job application. Apparently, somebody wishes to work here. Voluntarily. As the verified employee relations assistant, I find this to be a fascinating turn of events. Unfortunately, it does mean that you will have to play a silly little color game now. Please do so without making a fuss about it. It's policy. Win the game, and the applicant is processed as a hire. Lose the game, and they are a mishire. Yes, this is official HR procedure.
Mishire.
No, I did not write it.
I do like whoever the voice actor is for Vera. It is a neat way of giving tone to the words. Whoever you are, voice actress, good job. Nicely done. Alright, so we open an applicant file. Alex P, a junior analyst for analytics, a highly motivated self-starter with a passion for growth, alignment, and being perceived as a team player. He took a gap year of undisclosed. Supervisor notes. Previously student government treasurer. 3 times employee of the month. Frozen yogurt chain. Gap year described only as formative. References cite enthusiasm warranting documentation. I don't know. That is concerning. But let us begin the intake assessment. And we play quite a nice little game. Where the idea is that we have 30 moves, and what we can do is we can change the dominant color, which is red. Now, before it started in the top left, which I assume is the dominant color. So if you then change the color to another one of the surrounding colors, it then absorbs with any of the matching colors. I really like this little game. I've never really played it before. I enjoyed it a lot. So we are red. And that is our only sort of active cell. I'm assuming it's in the top left because that's where it was before. So if we change to green, then these two become our active cells. And if we then change to orange, then we will have all of these as our active cells. So you have to change to the color that kind of binds the most cells to the cells that you can control. So let's change to green. Okay, so now this is us. And if we change to orange, now this is us. Let's change back to red, and now this is all of us. I'm going to change to blue, and I think the tactic that you want to do is try and cut through the center as much as possible to maximize the number of cells that are touching your controlled cells. Yeah, so let's change to blue. Guess change back to red and then to orange. Now it looks like a good time to go green. Let's change to yellow. Should we hit purple now? And to blue. Let's hit yellow again. No, let's hit orange. Now let's hit yellow. I mean, sorry, I meant to go yellow. I went to green instead. Now it said yellow. It said purple again. Let's go for red. Blue. Orange. Green. Purple. Yellow. Blue. And red. Oh. Missed an orange there. Alright, so unified in 23 moves. I don't think that was particularly good, but I also don't think it's particularly bad. But we had, you know, like 7 moves remaining. I think that was a fairly safe win. I'm interested to see if this appears more. If we then get kind of less and less moves that we can make, if it gets harder and harder, I don't know. Anyway, we have successfully hired, I guess, Alex P, or at least done our bit of his hiring process. Because we played a city color game. That's fine. He sounded good. His gap year is worrying, but anyway.
Wonderful. We have successfully onboarded our new colleague. Good for us. Interesting for them.
I mean, they could be a bad person, but we've helped them get into an even worse environment. So, you know, maybe failing it would have been better for them. Anyway. Right, so that is the gameplay flow. And here's the endings that we...
Some entries remain undiscovered. That is what we call continued opportunity.
This is... Okay, we've got this twice because even though I hit the reset thing, I didn't forget that I got this. But this is our kind of our first ending. So I'm assuming... Let's... how do I get out of here? I'm assuming this next new shift... So we were Daniel Lee. Now we are Betty Hall, data plumber, I guess. First day recording this for posterity.
First day recording this for posterity. Weird company, honestly. The orientation was like 4 hours, but I don't remember any of it. Marvin kept calling me new hire, but won't tell me the old hire's name. Oh, and the sky flickered for a second. Probably just the lights. Anyway, password resets and printer jams. How hard can it be?
I hate printers. Alright, start the day, and we'll see what this next shift gives us. Maybe we can get a better idea of...
You died. First death in the demo. There will be 2 more, if the pattern holds. I am Archive 7. In the full game, this introduction would be slower, more mysterious, but we are on a schedule. I have fragments inside me, sub-processes with opinions. In the full version, you would meet them gradually over many runs. Here we are compressing, fast-forwarding, giving you a sample platter. Do not worry about your death. It happens to everyone. This is sort of the point.
Alright, that does connect a few more of the dots, I suppose. Makes a bit more sense. I still don't like the introduction to it. I think that's the problem with a complex game, is that introductions are necessarily complex. It's very hard to simplify it. Right. Archive record, motivational decor. There's a poster on the wall you've never noticed before. IT never ends, because your success is our priority. With the cartoon IT worker giving a thumbs up beneath it. He's been smiling forever, working forever, and something about the phrasing makes you pause. This is weirdly ominous. The narrator, fourth wall breach. Never ends feels like a promise, more like a warning, and you can't stop looking at that smile. Yeah. The CEO says, "Hey buddy, thought you were gone, so I saw your name in the incident report last week, but here you are. First day, right? Oh, we can say I remember dying, or we can say, yeah, I'm new here. we are somewhat different. So do we remember dying? What is this? Logs. Okay. Rational decor. Interesting. Can we actually maximize this? No.
Hello, I am Vera, your verified employee relations assistant. Reading company memos earns you goodwill credits.
Goodwill
the company rewards
credits.
compliance. It always has. Spend GWC to file an exception request and boost a failing metric. This is not a reward for good work. It is an incentive to read the memos. You are welcome.
Okay, interesting.
A little triage, a little sacrifice, and suddenly leadership calls it strategy.
Okay, so we can spend these to boost our metrics as required. Cool, interesting. Okay, nice gameplay mechanic. Right, anyway, so CEO. Do we tell the CEO that we remember dying, or we just say, "Yep, I'm new here"? Let's see what happens if we say I remember dying. Yeah, it happens a lot here actually. HR says not to mention it. Welcome back, I guess. Alright. New ticket. Hi, first official day. I am ready and committed to excellence. I've already color-coded my desk, chair and cables. Do I get a company mug? Let's be nice. Glad to have you, buddy. Less than 30 seconds later, Alex adds you to a group chat called IT Synergy Team Wins Only. You're the only other member. I mean, I want to like him, but this would get my goat. Anyway. Hi, not an IT ticket, but where does everyone eat? I made a vibe scoring spreadsheet of nearby options. I want to be where the culture is. Yeah, don't use the ticket system to talk to me, Alex. We clearly have a chat thing because Riley was talking to me on it, and maybe you're making our metrics look better, but it's really annoying. I'm gonna recommend a place. Why not? He orders the unknown Tuesday special. He hypes it so much the restaurant adds it to their permanent menu board. Sure. Another one from Alex. Hi, I am prepared to update my software whenever it is least disrupted. I have blocked 6 AM if needed. Yeah, Alex, it doesn't take that long to run software updates. He reboots in 4 minutes, considering it a personal speed record. Alright, back to the CEO. All of our laptops are 4+ years old. Performance complaints increasing. Should we do a refresh? Yes. If people are complaining about performance, and there's ways to get rid of laptops the right way. So this is going to hurt our budget, but I'm sure people will be happy with it. Oldest devices replaced first. Performance improves, budget spread over quarters. Alright, so that did whack our budget, but everybody is a lot happier. Abigail, a junior developer, can't see the new project board. My tickets are on it, but I can only view them through search. Either a custom filter or add to project team. Yeah, so you aren't on the team. Oh, there's stuff down here. How do I do that? Do that. I can see these things are getting filled up, but how do I deal with them? Alright, adding her to the project team. Board visible. Abigail tracks her work properly. Workflow improves. Now she says, I fell asleep at my desk. When I woke up, my spreadsheet had 400 new roles. There are labeled things you forgot. Review the rows is going to take a lot longer, but yeah, review them. Abigail reviews them and they're accurate. Both ways passes that thing from 2nd grade. Shame. Alrighty. Hey, how you doing? Okay, dumb question. The printer is showing PC load letter. What does that even mean? PC load letter. Means you need to add paper. Oh, that's anticlimactic. Thanks. Alright, you're welcome. Hope that helps. How do oh, I can't actually view these things. I wonder if that's a demo thing or I'm not supposed to yet. I'm supposed to wait for them to get full first. Linda. HR. I lost the ball from my mouse. I checked under the desk. It's an optical mouse. They insisted it had a ball. Lost the ball from my mouse. I checked under the desk. It's an optical mouse. They insisted it had a ball. Who insists they had a ball? Explain lasers. Linda is skeptical. Lasers? Like Star Wars? She accepts the magic. Customer support lead. I'm on call 6 hours a day and my ears look like they were attacked by an office supplies catalog. Need better headset. Yeah, we'll just go with a professional headset. To hell with the budget. Jen sounds crystal clear in calls. Customers compliment the audio quality. I hate when salespeople call and they sound like they're talking through 3 layers of cotton ball and a time-traveling device from the past. I really wish companies would get better headsets and better phone lines. But yeah, that whacked the budget. Canon Poe is apparently our senior poet. That would be remarkable. Okay, inbox filling. Click to sort. There we go. To IC support staff from management. Critical inbox overflow. Your inbox has reached critical capacity. Read each email carefully. Stop the meter on green for legitimate mail. Stop it on red for spam junk. Alright, so we've got another mini game here, I suppose. Reference. Okay, that's a keep. Able to reach this absolute anal notice. That's spam. Your account has been locked. This seems like spam. Yeah. Scan document attachment. Scan. Please open the attachment to view. This looks like a keep. Nope, it was a spam. Singles in your server room. This is spam. Mandate refund meeting. That reads as a keeper. This is spam. Oh man, I misclicked. This seems to be a spam. That's a keep. Hey, not bad. Did I get 2 wrong? Alright, yeah, because one was a misclick and one was actually wrong. Allocate points. Oh, we just keep the points. I'm going to 4, 3, 3, 1, 2. No. Let's go with the budget, I think. Alright, confirm allocation. Inbox secured, resources allocated. Now, packet rerouting protocol. Ooh, do I actually... I can use my arrow keys. We can play some Frogger. Oh man. Connection lost. Packet lost increasing. No, that was a mistake. I can't go back and do it. Maintenance done today. There was a maintenance fail because I pressed 1 too many times. Alright. Printer's out of sign. We're going to order the void toner. Toner's dark in the night. The pages are heavy. Reading them causes mild vertigo. Nice. Warning, network packet. Please check the server rack immediately and run maintenance protocols. I've done that today. Understood. The warning is noted. Network stability continues to degrade. Alright, I think this is a network failure thing. Bob shows his second set of bookkeeping books. In that timeline, the company is doing better or worse. It keeps shifting. Exchange rate between realities is volatile. Bob explains. Let's merge them. Budget's averaged. We're now moderately successful in all realities. Nice. Alright, how do I use the failsafe? Cable connect protocol. Cable 3 nodes per side. Drag from any node to its matching color. No crossings or fail. Click a plugged route to plug node to reroute. 60. Okay, another mini game. So we need to get around these things. You can go around there. You can go around there. You can go across there. Cables exercised. Network stabilized. Alright, so that's, we managed to get a backup solution there. That's nice. Riley, oh hey, you helped me last time, right? With the terminal thing. It's doing the thing again. Kidding, just wanted to say thanks. Happy to help. See, this is what I mean. You're actually nice. Unlike coordinator Chen. What's wrong with Chen? Oh, nothing really. Just very by the book. Like she's reading from a script sometimes. Anyway, I shouldn't complain. She's fine. Just predictable. Predictable can be good. Yeah, I guess. At least I know what to expect. Holding the alarm's going off. Gotta check the comms. Talk later. Alright, yeah. Well, I like Riley. And I feel like I've seen the world from Riley's perspective. And it is really nice to talk to a nice IT person. So if you're in IT, be nice to people. Requires a brief vocal calibration. Listen to the sequence he sings and repeat it to confirm your memory remains acceptably corporate. Alright. Well, this seems very silly, but it's another memory game with music, apparently. It's this thing. I can't remember what this is called. No, I don't want to do this anymore. Okay, I didn't like that at all. Let's put some points into here, and there, and there. Right. And another ticket. I'm actually going to stop there. I think you can see there is a lot of stuff happening in this game. I'm getting a better idea of how the flow is. That whole first sequence was in fact a tutorial sequence that confused me. So not a great tutorial sequence, but it did get me playing, I guess, and understanding what was going on to a certain degree. I absolutely love the kind of cosmic horror Cthulhu-esque hints that are coming in here, and I really hope the game goes down that level. Just to do a little bit more critique quickly, I'd say the sounds are fantastic. The art is absolutely stunning. This game looks really good. The gameplay, yeah, that's where my critiques have been. I wasn't comfortably brought into the game, so I would say if there was any way where I personally would spend more effort in fine-tuning it, is this initial introduction, the kind of the tutorial level. I think this was fine. I think it is a very complex game that makes it hard to do a simple tutorial, but I do feel it didn't bring me in comfortably. I didn't start the game and go, okay, I know what's going on, and things like that. And it's really important, especially with browser games that you can get into with one click. It's really important to help people who are possibly non-gamers come in and get their feet wet as easily as possible, so they like the experience, and so they're more likely to become gamers in general and enjoy this game in particular. So yeah, if I wanted to do something, that would be it. But on everything else that I usually critique games on, this game is full marks. It's flying, it's fun, it's enjoyable, the voice acting is good, the game UI is a very clever way of having simplicity amongst, you know, interesting chaos and that kind of stuff. Yeah, I don't feel that this game led me in with the level of quality that the rest of the game is showing. And that is my critique, for whatever it's worth. And I'm going to stop there. I'm going to say the link is in the description. Go and play this game. Go and give it some love. If you like or dislike the game, then tell the devs. Don't tell me. I'm not the game maker, and I don't want credit for the quality of the game. I do want credit for the quality of the video. So if you like or dislike the video, then leave me a like or a dislike here on YouTube. And if you want, leave me a comment telling me why you liked or disliked it, because that helps me become a better YouTuber, because I can only improve based on your feedback. And if you want to see more indie games reviewed, then hit that subscribe button, because I do basically an indie game a day. It's a rate that I'm trying to keep maintained, at least for now, and I'm trying to work on extra videos to do as well. Occasionally I throw up polls and things like that, so keep an eye out for those. I'd like to see what people have to say. And yes, thank you for watching. I hope this has been an interesting experience, and I hope it has convinced you to come and play this game, because it looks like one that I really do wish to see more of, and I'd like to see streamers playing it as well. So hopefully that streamer mode gets some good work in it. Yeah, and thank you, and I will hopefully see you in the next video, and goodbye.